Good morning and welcome to Saturday's Early Morning Intuitive Guidance. I'm Dr. Bonnie Nussbaum here with some words of wisdom to start your day, give you something to think about and talk about and feel about that heads us in a productive direction. There's so much stuff right now being talked about that my assessment isn't heading us in a productive direction. And one of the lines from today's card reading is where attention goes, energy flows. Where are you putting your attention? Is that really where you want to be putting your attention? What do you want to fill? As Pema Chodron says, what do you want to inflate, or to, what's her word? Good morning, Joniel, glad you're here, welcome. Basically, you're inflating whatever it is that you're focusing on. So choose wisely. Choose wisely, practical rebels. Choose wisely. So we'll give it a minute until some of the others have popped on here. There's Beth. Good morning, Beth. Glad you are here. Welcome. And as we start to gather, let's do a little tapping. I think I'm going to do at least one entire run through the sequence, and tap along with me. And the intention is to, let me think here. I wanted to take it a step further than open to receiving. Good morning, Nancy. Welcome. Glad you're here. Let me think of the words. They'll come. Awaken our awareness. Let's do that one. So, start with the side of the hand. Even though I'm not always paying attention. Good morning, Gwen. We're just going to do a round of tapping. I love and accept myself. Even though I sometimes go through life. Good morning, Carolyn. Welcome. As if on autopilot. Good morning, Barb. Everybody's starting to pop in. This is good. And what this tells me is there's this many of you. There's a lot of us who are ready for this. Ready for this. Here we go. I am willing to be aware now. Even though my attention gets scattered, I am willing to practice focus. Inside corner of the eyebrow. Budding awareness. Good morning, good morning. Outside corner of the eye. Awakening. Under the eye. Ready, willing, and able. Under the nose. To see and hear and perceive beyond my physical senses. Under the mouth, awakening. Collarbone, up-leveling. Under the arms, releasing all that no longer serves. And around the crown of the head, I choose to awaken. Nice deep breath in and out. Let's do one more of those. In and out. Preparing ourselves for today's reading, which comes from the Wild Harmonic deck. This amazing deck that has such depth to it. And I've said this before, a single card doesn't really give the breadth of understanding that this card deck can do. This is a deep dive. Remember when we did the shadow card reading out of here, how powerful that was? But today we have a single card, and I think we are ready to receive this message and live from this new vantage point. So, I'll show you the cover of the, love that, the butterflies flying off. It's Gabriel J. Merrihew, and he actually has just come out with, I don't know if it's actually like a workbook, but it's something that goes along with this particular card deck. This feels to me, you know how people have their magnum opus? This deck feels like this was his life's work. This is his life's work. Pretty powerful stuff. So our particular card for today is Celestial of Dimensional, Original Wakefulness. Original wakefulness. I'm looking at that right there. It looks almost like like an owl. Wisdom. Original wakefulness. So let's take another breath. Ready to receive this. I'm going to say that this isn't quite the right word, but this is a dense reading. The languaging is it reminds me of the kind of languaging that's used when it's channeled information. It's more formal. It has more what some people would derogatorily call 50-cent words. It's a level up. It's a level up. So don't feel bad if some of it kind of eludes you. But maybe spend time with it. Maybe listen to this a couple of times. Maybe write out some of the pieces that feel a little bit challenging to you. I don't know what that's saying to me. Again, remember, this period of time that we're in right now is about walking with uncertainty, walking with not knowingness. Good morning, Maureen. Glad you're here. That's what this time is about. If we had the answers right here, right now, if we knew where we were going, if we knew how this shit show was going to turn out, we wouldn't develop solid faith and trust. So the unknowingness, the uncertainty is the fertile playing field in which we develop faith and trust. There's a bigger picture here. There's more going on behind the scenes than what we can see. And I don't just mean on the human level. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I got my earrings on, and I always make sure that the woman on the earrings is looking at me. Probably an OCD thing, right? But, so with this card, again, don't be discouraged if it feels like some of it is just beyond your grasp. That's good. That's good, because it's helping us rise to that. So, original wakefulness, celestial of dimensional. As the celestial realms ascend into the dimensional expanse, the essential nature of consciousness recognizes itself. So there are many seers, readers, psychics, astrologers, etc., who are talking about this being a period of waking up, a period of ascending in our skill sets beyond the physical senses. Right? So intuition is coming more online. All of the clairs, clairaudience, clairsentience, I'm missing one. Yeah, all of them coming online, right? So the essential nature of consciousness recognizes itself. Meditation, awareness, attention, honesty, knowing myself, and unfettering myself from the confusion of the appearance of experience. So what it's basically saying is we need to transcend just how things look, how they sound to our physical senses. We need to be asking, what else might be happening here? What might be the bigger picture? What might be the callings that I'm not quite hearing because I'm so busy wringing my hands going, ain't it terrible, horrible, awful? All right? This card reminds me that where attention goes, energy flows. Thus, I choose that which I attend wisely. Stop staring at the train wreck. Stop staring at the train wreck. Focus your attention, and you may have to kind of wrestle your attention away from it because it's so addictive and real life TV feeling. Tear your attention away from that. Look instead, where do I want my attention to flow? What is the good that I'm seeing? What is the good that I want to see? Let me find examples. Let me stare at those with my physical eyes and my psychic eye. Let me observe that which I want. Let me observe that which is in the highest and best good. What are you paying attention to? If you have Fox News screaming in the background all day long, that is choosing a path that is not going to yield the kind of results that we need right now. Okay? Beneath, between, and behind it all is this to which I cannot reach, for it is what I am. It's talking about this is integral to who we are. It's not separate from us. It's not, I have to go find my consciousness. No, it's within. It's already there. It's blossoming. Focus on that. Focus on your blossoming awareness, your consciousness, attending to much more than you typically attend to. What might be behind this? What might be beneath this? What might be between this? What can I observe that I typically haven't allowed myself to observe? What's beyond the mirror pyramids? Okay? Yes, stop staring at the train wreck. Yes, 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 yes. To be aware of awareness. No, wait, missed a line. Hang on. Missed 2 lines. Oh. All is uncertain except this, which I cannot know. Only be. So I can be this. It's not about conscious knowledge. It's not about logic and reason. It's about knowingness. What does your heart brain tell you? Not just your head brain. Okay? All is uncertain except this which I cannot know, only be. To be simply aware is to be as pure as a newborn. Be simply aware. No judgment, and boy is that difficult, right? Be simply aware. And a way to frame that up might be, isn't this interesting? Or isn't this curious? And there's kind of an acceptance feel in those words as opposed to making the judgment. Yes. Yes, but honor that. The family member is a train wreck, and the family around that family member can become a train wreck by staring too long at the train wreck. Okay? So, and this is a piece that many of us are working on. How do we stay grounded? How do we stay solid? How do we stay in our own truth when the train wreck is around us? I often think about it in terms of a tornado. I'm standing at the eye of the tornado. It's calm where I am when I am centered, grounded within myself. When I start to get into the swirl, all hell breaks loose. Not useful, not helpful, reactive, not good. Be grounded. Okay, so right now, take a breath in, hold at the top, and when you exhale, drawing down, healing golden light, in through your crown chakra, breathe it in, push it through your body. Breathe in, move it out through your feet and the base of your spine, like roots going down into Mother Earth. Breathe in, breathe out, those roots going deeper, especially that huge tap root. There's all the little feeder roots by the surface that are nurturing and nourishing for you, but there's that deep tap root going down deeply into Mother Earth that stabilizes you. When the winds of the family are blowing, it stabilizes you. So you're not going, I'm nuts, I'm crazy, I must be, what is this? WTF? Instead you're going, I'm solid, I'm grounded, I own my truth. I allow others to have their truth. I don't need to get caught up in their truth. They get to choose their path, just as I am choosing my path. Amen, hallelujah. Breath. Let it go. To be aware of awareness is to love oneself and all that arises. Can you see how open we can be? I'm glad this is helpful, Carolyn. Know that many of us are walking this path where there's family members who don't think like we think, where there's family members who can be disruptive, where there's family members who are, excuse me, not in a place where they can make what we would view as good decisions. But it's not ours to choose. And really, I'm going to say this again. I said this yesterday to somebody. Who are we to decide someone else's path? Perhaps that hayride through hell that they are taking themselves on is precisely the path that's going to teach them what they need to know. And they may not totally get it in this lifetime. Maybe there's going to be another lifetime where they have to learn more about this. But it does not serve them, and it does not serve you if you hook your caboose to that train that's on the hayride through hell. Walk your own path. Walk your own path into the uncertainty, acknowledging the uncertainty, acknowledging the discomfort of the uncertainty, but knowing that the ultimate design of that uncertainty is to hone our faith and trust. Well, I like that. That wasn't mine. That came through. So, if someone could post that, I would appreciate it. The ultimate design of our uncertainty is to hone our faith and trust. I like that. Thank you. That was useful. So the inquiry question, am I honoring myself, living true to myself, and giving my values the attention they deserve? Giving my values the attention they deserve. And you might say, well, I don't know what my values are. And as I look back at business, there was a period of time where everything was all about the mission and the vision. Those were the pieces. Now, many have added mission, vision, and values. So we know what we're living from. If you're not sure what your values are, there's many lists online. Google, list of values, list of human values, list of personal values, whatever you want to call it. Print off a list. Some of them have the directions on it in terms of how you use them. The way I was guided to use them is read the whole list, then go back and read the whole list again and circle the ones that are important to you. Count how many you have then. Let's say it's a list of 100 values and you've circled 30. Let's winnow it down. So compare two against each other. Which one is more important to you? Put a star by that one. Then compare that first one to a third one. Which one's more important to you? Just keep going. See if you can get it down to 5 or fewer values. The things that really make you hum, that really make you tick. Memorize your list. Hi, I'm Bonnie, and my values are blah, 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 blah. And I know some of my most important ones. Truth is one. Truth is one. Tenacity is one. Sticking with it. Getting knocked down, getting back up. Getting knocked down, getting back up. Know what yours are. Peace. Peace is another one that's really important to me. Equity. Yes, I'm going to say that current swear word. Equity is important to me. What are the ones that are important to you? Pick your list. And don't be surprised if it's kind of hard. Well, yeah, that's really a great one. But is it one of the ones that makes your heart truly sing? And there are the ones that are politically correct right now. To heck with that. Are they singing for you? For you. Out of that list of 100, know that there are people all over the world who will pick any particular one on that list. There's enough people to advocate for one of the ones that you don't pick. Don't worry about it. Pick yours. Pick the ones that make you sing. So, then when you have your list, check out the areas of your life. Am I truly living from these values? If truth is one of my values, am I being truthful mainly with myself? mainly with myself. And we all yank our own legs at times. So, but just being as honest as we can be about this stuff. These then become like your North Star. You can navigate according to them. And when you are going through the valley of uncertainty, the valley of unknowing, but you have some North Stars out there, you can traverse that unknowing. That helps create your faith and trust, right? So, interesting stuff today. Interesting stuff today. I hope you found it helpful. I'd love to hear some comments. Have an awesome Saturday. I'm hoping to go to the, they've got art in the park today. And I don't need to buy anything, but I just would like to walk around and steep myself in other people's creativity. I think that would be good for my soul today. So, we'll see you again tomorrow. Remember, you're capable of far more than you think you are. Bye-bye.